Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I will share with you all in my video, a list of my 5 best rice cookers. I've tried to include a mix of high quality and affordable items, because I know everyone's budget is different, some less or some more. I hope you enjoy and please let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos. If you want to find out more statistics about these products, please see the links inside the description below. Okay, let's start the video. Starting from number 1, Zojirushi Rice Cooker. In my reporting, Zojirushi came up more than any other brand. It has a fancier model with even more settings that multiple experts mentioned. You can read about that one further down the list. But this one, especially given that it's less than half the price of the other, makes for an all-around great buy. Food writer and recipe developer Kira Wright Ruiz had to leave hers behind when she recently moved to Hawaii. She told me it's the thing she misses the most. I'm sure people have said this before, but it really is the Lamborghini of rice cookers, she says. The standout reason is what Zojirushi calls fuzzy technology, or a built-in microcomputer that can sense how your rice is cooking and adjust the time and temperature so that, even if you add too little or too much water, it will self-correct, says Wright Ruiz. You get a consistent texture with a margin of error. Another particularly appealing feature is the ability to preset when you want your rice to cook. For example, if you're braising something that takes 3 hours, you can time it so that the rice is done simultaneously. Finally, though perhaps not the most imperative to the rice itself, Zojirushi's machines play music when you start them, an adaptation of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and when they're done cooking, and it's clearly delightful enough that everyone who recommended the brand, again, more on the rest of those folks, below, made mention of the jingles. If you are new to my channel, then subscribe and click the bell icon next to it to be the first to see future videos. Moving on to number 2. Panasonic Rice Cooker. The Panasonic is another simple model, the one that food photographer Neil Santos has also used for a decade, both personally and at his Philly-based Filipino pop-up, Lalo, which unfortunately closed due to the pandemic. I'm not a high-tech kind of person, and this only has a few settings. That's what I grew up with in a Filipino household, he says. It can be on all the time and stay warm. It has a little basket that can steam veggies over the rice. Sometimes I'll use it for other dishes as well. The Philippines has a lot of rice desserts, like suman, which is sticky rice wrapped in banana leaf. I put the suman in there and let it stay warm. That's how we used it at the restaurant. We were in a food hall, so everything was small, and this was an efficient way to do things. Reviewers of the Panasonic agree. The keep warm function is so convenient, writes one, and I never end up with burnt rice that's impossible to clean off the pot. In fact, I usually only have to give the pot a quick rinse when I'm done and it's good to go. Another says it's even better than the Zojirushi when it comes to that particular setting. It keeps white or brown rice warm and ready to eat for 24 hours, without the rice drying out and becoming too hard and brittle, they write. The 10-cup Zojirushi we have will dry out the rice overnight. Number 3. Aroma Digital Rice Cooker. For a low-key model that gets the job done, Chef Justin Lee turns to his Aroma Rice Cooker. For home use, I think a cheap and simple one is really all you need, he says. It's just easier than using a pot, or at least you don't have to watch it as much. It gets the job done totally fine, he notes. And sure, there's something about the way the Zojirushi is constructed that makes it superior. But at the end of the day, we're not making sushi rice. This is just us cooking rice at home so we can feed ourselves and our family. For that, he maintains it's perfect. He's not the only one who thinks so. The Aroma has a 4.5-star rating on Amazon with more than 50,000 reviews. Even a caveman can make perfect rice with this machine, writes one customer. Another was specifically looking for an alternative to the Zojirushi, and was still willing to pay big bucks, but couldn't believe it when her sister told her about this under -$50 unit. I thought she was kidding. So glad she wasn't. Now my husband and I are already enjoying our perfectly cooked brown rice. Number 4. Emusa Electric Non-Stick Rice Cooker. Recipe developer and writer Justine Dwaran loves her rice cooker because of its simplicity and reliability. She first bought it about 8 years ago at Target because it was the cheapest one she could find. Despite the notably low price, the machine has proven to be incredibly durable and has never done me wrong, she says. The Amusa comes with a measuring cup and instructions on how much water to add, depending on what variety of rice you're making. Other than that, it operates with a single cook button and a setting to keep food warm if you want. When a cooking appliance is only meant for one use, you don't need the fanciest model, Dwaran says. Number 5. Pars Automatic Persian Rice Cooker. The Pars Persian Rice Cooker is built to do something different from all the others on this list. Make tahdig, the ubiquitous, crispy layer of rice at the bottom and top, when you turn it over, of many preparations of Persian rice dishes. I'm an avid home cook, but rice was always tough for me, and that's part of why for a while I avoided cooking a lot of Persian food, says writer Arya Rashanian, who chronicled his foray into using the Pars for Vox last year. Funny enough, his mom and grandmother both used one, and it was during the pandemic that he finally decided it was time to get one himself. In fact, he has 2 now, the smaller 4-cup he started out with and a larger 7-cup he uses to make tahdig for a crowd. It's user-friendly, he says, something that my 85-year-old grandma who only speaks Farsi and isn't that good at technology can figure out. The first time I used it, I was thinking I would need to try a few times in order to get it right, but it came out pretty perfectly, and then each subsequent time too. Rashanian also likes that the insert is lightweight and non-stick, so it's super easy to flip out and clean. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe.